Having a strategy first, I think, is important. And what I'm going to do over the next few minutes is to talk about what I think are the most fundamental strategies of pickleball and the ways that you can use these strategies to really improve your game. The number one strategy in pickleball is to keep the ball in play. If you watch tournaments at all levels, what you'll find is that at the novice level, 5 out of 6 points are decided on unforced errors. And at the expert level, the very top competition, probably 1 out of 3 points is decided by somebody hitting the ball into the net or hitting the ball out. So if you can just cut down on your unforced errors, you can make a huge improvement in your pickleball. So how do you do that? Does it mean that you have to hit, high balls right in the center of the court to be able to keep from making unforced errors? Not really. You can hit good shots that are forcing shots that force your opponents to make really good shots for them to stay in the rally without taking chances. So let me give you an example of that. If I'm back, okay, let's say my partner's up, and let's say both players on the far side, one player on the far side is up and the other player is back. If the ball comes to me back here, what should I do? Well, I could try hitting it to the short player, but if I hit it to the short player, if I hit it just a little bit high, then the short player can probably put the ball away, hit a sharp angle or hit it down the middle, put me under real pressure. Okay, so I would have to make a very good shot to be able to hit it to the short player. If I hit it to the deep player, then I can hit the ball high over the top of the net, and the deep player is not going to be able to do anything with it because the deep player is back. Okay, I can follow it to the net, and now all of a sudden I've put the deep player in the position where he has to hit a really good shot against two players, me and my partner, who are all already at the net. So at that point, that person is going to have to hit probably a shot that just barely clears the net, which is inviting them to make an unforced error by either hitting into the net, or if they hit it a little bit high, give us an opportunity to put the ball away. So simply by hitting it to the back player instead of hitting it to the front player, when I have the opportunity, I can hit a much worse shot and still be in a much better position once it gets to the opponent. So that's just one simple example of how you don't have to hit an easy shot, you don't have to hit a duck, but you do have to decide where you want to hit it on the court. So when you have that situation, one player up, one player back, 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to go back to the deep player. And if you can, what you want to do is hit the ball so that it lands right at your opponent's feet. So if I'm back this far, hit the ball so it lands right here, okay? If I'm right here, hit the ball so it lands right here. The reason you want to do that is because it's very difficult to hit any kind of an offensive shot when you're scraping the ball off the ground. If you hit the ball to me up here high above my waist, I can hit an offensive shot, and I can hit it hard and I can hit it on the line. If I have to hit the ball from down here, it takes me a long time to get down there. I have to try and hit now a finesse shot, particularly if you're at the net, that just barely clears the net to keep you from putting the ball away. So anytime you have a shot in pickleball that lands close to the opponent's feet at that depth in the court, that's a very, very good shot and is likely to force the opponent to make a mistake. So again, number one, keep the ball in play, hit to the deep man if there's a deep man, try and keep the ball even with people's feet, okay? And if you do those few things, that should help your game a lot.